So, I got to see Army of the Dead, but my co-host has not seen Army of the Dead yet, so this will be a spoiler-free chat. And, for those that say Snyder doesn't like color, Army of the Dead will give you plenty of it, because it's set in Vegas. So, the spoiler-free version, the synopsis is that there was a zombie outbreak, but it was not worldwide. It started in Vegas and was contained. They built, they got shipping containers and they built this big wall around it. So Vegas is like overrun. And the big thing I want to say about it is that this is different. I know every zombie movie says that. This is a lot different than your standard zombie apocalypse fare. One, the zombies are organized. They seem to... they say the word zombie in the movie, which is something you notice a lot of movies will avoid, because with your traditional slow-moving zombie, it's always... It seems to be implied that for instance, in The Walking Dead, in that universe, there are no zombie movies. Because everyone seems to be making the same mistakes that if you'd ever seen a zombie movie, you would never make.
Of course.
Either that or everyone's deaf. Partially deaf. Because they always stumble on these herds of zombies, right? It's like, we're trapped in the middle of a bunch of herd of zombies. How could we not hear them coming? So, yeah, Zack Snyder loves the fast zombies. So these can run. They're smart. They have this society. But the big takeaway is that, they have a king and a queen. That's Zeus, and I want to say the queen's name is Athena. This is her here. And this is what we were talking about before we recorded. He used this old 60s lens called a dream lens, and it's, I don't know nothing about no photography, but it's some sort of big aperture, so what you get is this really intense depth of field. You see, literally her face has depth of field on it. And it's really creepy, and he uses it quite well throughout this entire movie. It's he was director of photography, executive producer, and he wrote it. So he did everything. The big thing about this is, you were talking about the acting in Jupiter's Legacy, and it got me thinking. I don't think I've ever seen bad acting in one of Snyder's movies. He always surrounds himself with some talent, and he's really good at finding talent as well, because the acting is exceptional. This is
I was just looking at the cast. You see Tig Notaro is pulled into this. Obviously Dave Bautista.
Yes,
everyone knows that.
You heard about that, right? She was CGI'd in to replace that guy who was he did some sexual assault charges or something. So Zach's like, you know what? Let's just wipe him from the film and completely replace him with Tig Notaro, which was apparently very expensive to do. And that was an upgrade. She is brilliant. Oh my God. She just, she absolutely steals the show.
Hiroyuki Sanada, who is longtime, lot of sort of American films that depict Japanese, he was Wolverine movies, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of films, right? Mm-hmm. He was very briefly in Avengers Endgame as one of the the leaders of the Hand that Hawkeye's hunting down. You see, he gets killed with a sword. Great actor, though. And I have no idea how significant a role he has in this movie. I'm just looking through the cast.
All right. So I've been thinking hard about a way to describe this movie. This movie is if the movie Aliens, the James Cameron one, were a zombie movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Very strong sci-fi element, and there's a possibility that what you're seeing is maybe not as cut and dry as you think, and there'll be one scene where he gets there. The German guy, I can't remember his name. He also steals the show. I keep clicking the wrong.
An actor in this that we saw in Luke Cage, Theo Rossi, unless it's Rossi, that I don't remember seeing in anything else. I saw his picture. I knew he looked familiar.
Is he the?
He was really good in Luke Cage.
Yes, he is. He is an ass in this movie. The guy that was been in some Garrett Dillahunt is also in this. He's the one that has the line in the trailer when they see the zombie tiger. He's like, that's just not right. The zombie tiger is the CGI, as is usual for a Snyder film, is just absolutely flawless. And this picture I got here is that doesn't happen. That's just promo shot, but I have to point this out because this is hilarious. This movie was made before the Snyder Cut was even a thing. Like, he thought it would never see the light of day. So, here in the vault, you will see those 5 cans. Those are the cans that they put film in for movie theaters. That's the Snyder Cut. That's supposed to be the Snyder Cut, hidden, locked away in this vault, in this casino in the middle of zombie-ridden Las Vegas. But, yeah, it's got a lot. You said if you can see you couldn't see the first 6 minutes, and I think that's just the song. But yeah, let's just say the sci-fi element is very strong. They tell you how the zombies start, and yeah, I don't know if you got that far. If you watched the first 10 minutes,
I watched about the first 10 minutes of it, and we had kiddos in the house, and gonna have to find a time to watch it after hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you saw that first 10 minutes, then you saw, like, when they're pulling out of Area 51, if you look really closely, you'll see 3 lights in the sky, and then that'll go. So this is the start of a franchise. We are next getting an anime prequel on Netflix, and they have also finished filming a live-action prequel to this, featuring the German actor. I think his character's name's Dieter, which looks like Dieter when you see it spelled. But yeah, So yeah, I highly recommend this if you haven't seen it. I am usually not a horror movie guy, but this is a horror movie in the same way Aliens was a horror movie. So it's got some scary parts. It's got a whole lot of gore because it's a zombie movie, but on the same token, it's a fantastic action film. Yeah, lots of good practical effects. There's Snyder getting himself in some interesting positions to get some crazy shots of zombies flying through the air and David Bautista shooting him with machine gun. And there's the characters are really well done. I mean, it's not just a bloody action film. So anyway, so that's it for this week. Next week, we will be talking Loki for sure. I almost thought I said the wrong thing. Loki for sure.
Loki.
And well, I'm going to try and read The Watchmen this week if I can survive the heat here.
Right. So we'll do an episode. We'll do a Loki episode, and then we're going to dive into our Watchmen stuff, and probably have shorter episodes as Loki comes out from week to week. So
that's a good idea.
Subscribe. Stay tuned.
Like us. Tell all your friends. And we'll see you next week.
Tell your mom. Tell your pa. Go on a tangent.
Yes, more tangents. That'll be the subtitle.